one of the things, if you want to get good about managing time, is to understand time and start looking at time in a different perspective. And that is one of the first things I always say, mindset before skill set. How to manage time is a skill set, but you need to start looking at time differently. And that's my endeavor in the first couple of modules. All right. So when you look at our lives, we see that sometimes we feel life is not fair, right? Some people are born rich, some people are born poor, some people have more opportunities, some are tall, some are short, some people are more handsome or beautiful according to you. But when it comes to time, time is a great equalizer. Do you understand that? That we all have. It's something very common to all of us, whether it is the President of the United States, whether it's our Prime Minister, or you and me. Everyone is allotted 24 hours a day. No one can change even a second more. So it depends on how you use the time. It is not that anybody or anything more, right? When you complain that you don't have time. Now let us look at time as an asset. Now, when you look at time as an asset, it becomes even more interesting because once it is gone, you can't get it back, right? You can't negotiate with it, you can't borrow it or buy it. You can actually buy time, but I will talk about that a little later when it comes to leveraging time. But you can't stop time, you can't slow it down, and you can't even hurry it up, right? It keeps moving at its own pace with no empathy or consideration of how you're utilizing it. It keeps going, keeps going. So I want you to have a realization or an experience that you may have done or may not have done. I want you to, for a minute, just leave everything else, and if you have a watch in front of you or a clock in front of you, if it's a TikTok clock, it's even better, but most clocks these days don't come with that sound. I want you to just watch it. Just listen or see how your time is passing. And I'm going to show you something. And look at this. This is the pace at which time is passing, and this is also the pace at which your time on this planet is reducing. And there'll be a time when there'll be no time left for you and me. Alright? So all through day and night, whether you're doing something worthwhile, whether you're vegging out in front of a television set, your life is continuously reducing at the same pace that I showed you just now. Okay, we don't have, ideally I think we should have had a huge, that sand glass in front of us, which is actually the time available for our life. And when you look at it that way and you see how time is passing, I think you'll get much more aware, you'll be much more prepared to do more stuff. Our watches, they just go round and round and round, because it keeps coming back at every 60 seconds, one needle comes back, every 60 minutes another one comes. It just keeps going round and round. That's why we take it for granted. We don't see it really in motion. Okay, so I want you to really look at time and understand. See, I'll play this once more. Okay, and see, this is the way your time is going every single minute, every single day of your life. So let's look at your relationship with time. It's very, very important. All right. Now, I hope that by now you've understood the fact that if you are not working with time, you will get left behind. Okay, it is your need to align yourself with time, and you need to understand the value of time. Now, when we look around, we see many people, okay, who are making crores of rupees every single day, and you also know of people who don't make any money every single day. The fact is, like I mentioned, both have only 24 hours in a day. It depends purely on how good or bad you're utilizing the 24 hours in a day. How you use these 24 hours day after day will decide who you become in life and what you achieve in life. All right. Now, this is also the reason why people who are not successful, they tend to always blame time. I'm sure you've come across people, and I'm sure you yourself have said these dialogues saying that the normal conversation is like, I'm not having a good time. My good times are over now. Time is not with me. My good times are that time and not now. The fact is that the time will never be with you. You have to be with time. All right. Now, if you want to be good with time, first of all, you have to see time as your friend and not your enemy. That means your conversations have to change accordingly. You need to change the way you look at time. Now, what are your daily conversations when it comes to time on a daily basis? Okay, do you feel that you have no time to do stuff at the end of the day? Do you feel that you should have had more time? Do you get frustrated because not able to finish things on time? So what are your conversations that you have on a daily basis with respect to time, especially? Now, why am I saying this? Because there's a beautiful book called Ask and It's Given, and it's by Jerry and Esther Hicks, all right? And they share that every single time we are constantly asking the universe, not just through words, but through our vibrations. Words, when we say the conversations or any statement that we make, they have power, and whatever you speak is an affirmation. Now, understand that it's not just your words, your thoughts and feelings are also attracting more of what you're feeling. So when you have the feeling that you don't have enough time or you have less time, what do you think will happen more? You will keep getting the feeling that you have lesser and lesser time, all right? So let me tell you that it is time to make time your friend, all right? And understand that this is the time to start if you have not done till now. You need to change your conversations, you need to change your vibrations, how you're feeling about time. And even though you will not get a second more in a day, you will see that you're able to accomplish much more in the same time period. Okay. Now, I want you to be honest, and I want you to write down in the comments what has been your conversations about time till now. What is your daily conversations? And what is the environment that you're living in? What are the kind of people around you? What are their conversations, especially with respect to time? All right. Write it down and let me know how you want to change your conversations as well as your vibrations. All right. Now, let's talk a little more about time management. Okay, now, think about it this way. Now, if you feel that you don't have enough time to do your stuff, how do other people get stuff done? How does somebody run a country as complex as India, or for any other country for that matter? How does one person run an enterprise or multiple companies with crores of turnover with thousands of employees working? Now, and you all have just 24 hours. So the solution cannot be outside of you, right? You understand that? The solution has to be inside of you. If everyone has equal time and somebody accomplishes more, that just means that he or she is doing a better job of managing their time. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Now, When it comes to time management, remember one thing always. Time management is never about managing time. It is all about managing yourself, your work, and other people and the environment around you. It's all about managing that, and you'll get good at time management as well, okay? How well you use your 24 hours is completely up to you. You cannot put it on anyone else. And remember that your ability to manage yourself, your time, and control the environment that you're in when you're doing a task will determine how far you go in life and how successful you become, okay? And this is one skill that will also determine your efficiency and how good you become when it comes to personal productivity. Like I said, time management is very closely linked with productivity. I'll be talking about both interchangeably as well, all right? Now, let's now talk about time management. Now, what is time management? Time management is all about managing time effectively so that you allocate the right amount of time to the right activity so that you get you work smarter and get more work done in less time. So the thing is that the right amount of time to the right work, both are important, all right? We'll talk more about it when we go into the techniques and stuff like that. So remember this, time management is about allocating the right amount of time to the right work. Now, please understand that just by listening to this training on time management, you will not be able to magically transform how you manage time. It takes consistent effort and time as well as commitment. Very important, the commitment part, all right? So my aim and intention with this time management training is for you to understand and for you, to make you aware what all is possible, understanding time from a different perspective, understanding how you can manage it, giving you some tools how you can do it, so that you get more ideas about how you can manage your time. Because I am not in your environment, right? I'm not working in your environment. You are in your environment. You know what are the pros and cons and what are the restrictions and commitments and other things associated. So when you listen to all these techniques and all that I'm sharing, the way you look at time and the way you can manage time, you might get more ideas about managing time better in your circumstance or your environment, all right? Now, please understand why I'm spending so much of time making you understand the value of time, because if you can manage your time, you can manage anything and you can really, really craft your life the way you want it to be. But like anything else, before you can apply anything that you learn, you need to take 100% responsibility of your time. You cannot blame someone else. You cannot blame anything else. You have to take 100% responsibility of how you spend your time. And that is the starting point. And when you approach time management with that mindset, taking 100% responsibility, you will see a massive difference. All right? Hi there. Now let's look at the monetary value of your time, and this would be a very interesting topic for many of you, okay? Because we never really think of time in terms of monetary value. Time is just there, okay? So now we are going to try and see time from a monetary perspective. It might just change the way you operate on a daily basis. Now, how do you find monetary value of your time? Understanding this and using it effectively will also have a major impact on your productivity. You'll understand when I go further, okay? Now, to understand the monetary value of your time, let us take the example of the richest man in India, Mr. Mukesh Ambani, all right? Now, he earns about 12 crores in an hour. So that is his hourly worth, or what he earns in an hour. Now, the question is that, have you ever considered, or have you ever, do you know what your hourly worth is? What do you earn per hour? Okay. Now, let me take an example so that you understand how to calculate your monetary value per hour. Let us say that you earn 2 lakhs a month. As an example, we'll take example of somebody who earns 2 lakhs a month. Now, you divide the 2 lakhs by 22 working days. All right, and then 8 hours per day. Got it? That's your normal monthly working hours. So you divide 2 lakhs with 22 working days and 8 hours per day. So basically, it comes to rupees 1136 per hour. I'm taking it as 1200 for easy calculation. So if you're earning 2 lakhs per month, your hourly worth or your hourly rate or your hourly value of your time is 1200 rupees. Now, what is progress? How do you progress in life? Now, what do you consider as progress? Now, your goal should be to increase your monetary value or your hourly rate from 1200 to maybe 2000 or to maybe even 5000 or 10,000. Okay. Now, the question is that now you look at your life and the things that you do on a daily basis. Are your activities aligned towards the goal of increasing your monetary value from 1200 to 2000 or 5000? All right. Now, we spent a lot of time without understanding this entire concept of monetary value. So I'm going to give you an example. Right. Now, after COVID and especially lockdown, one of our favorite things to do is to watch Netflix, right? Now, how much do you pay for Netflix? You pay $649 every month. Now, is that the only or is that only money that you spend on it? Okay, let's see it from a different perspective. The same example I will take. Okay, what is your monthly investment? Let us say you watch Netflix every day for just 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours of watching Netflix. So what happens when you spend 2 hours every day? Your investment into Netflix is 2 hours into 1200 rupees. That is your hourly worth into 30 days plus 649. You know what I'm saying? That is the Netflix subscription. So your monthly investment into Netflix, if you watch it 2 hours every day, is not 649. It is 72,649. Have you ever thought like that? Now, my aim is not to make you feel guilty about watching Netflix, or even I watch Netflix. I love it. Okay, but I just want you to understand the value of your time in terms of money. This might help you take better decisions and make wiser choices during the day. So when you're trying to do something, just think for a moment, pause and think. Okay, is it going to increase my monetary value? Okay, is there something better that I can do? Just to give you a perspective. All right. Now, this is, like I said, another thing that I do is that I order almost all my groceries through some app. It could be Big Basket, Swiggy, Amazon Fresh, Zepto, one of these apps, alright? And the people say that the price is hiked in the app for everything and it is a waste of money and stuff like that. That's not the way I see it. For me, as long as the combined increase in the price is less than my hourly cost, it makes sense to save that time and the fuel cost that I would normally spend going to some place and spending time picking up groceries from a store. Okay, if I'm offloading that task, then I can use my 1200 worth of my hour into something more constructive. That's the way to see it. I mean, it's a perspective, alright? Now, and the another example. Why do we say that if your business is growing, you should employ people and offload the unimportant and routine tasks to them so that you're free and focus on what is important? Now, how does this work? It's called the power of leverage. All right. And because I see a lot of people say that, oh, I'm too small. I don't have enough money to hire people and stuff like that. Now, look at it this way. Let us say that I'm giving the same example of you earning 1,200 rupees per hour. All right. That's your hourly rate because you're earning 2 lakhs a month. Okay. Now, let us say you hire somebody and pay them 30,000 rupees per month, which is a very decent salary. You can even get interns for free if you look for them. And 30,000, I believe, is a pretty decent for somebody to do routine and unimportant tasks. Now, see what happens after that. Earlier, you were spending 1,200 per hour to do these routine tasks associated with your business. But now, what happens is that all these tasks is getting done for just rupees 170 per day. The same calculation of 22 days and 8 hours for 30,000. All right. So now you can say that you are saving 1,030 rupees per hour, or you can also say that you are earning 1,030 rupees per hour. Those 8 hours. All right. So this is very important for you to understand the monetary value of your time. Okay, and that's the reason why I gave you these examples. I don't know whether you've thought about time in this perspective. If you have, I wanted to share your learning and understanding of monetary value of your time, and also share how you can use your time more effectively so that the value per hour for you is not getting lost or wasted. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this module. Please do comment below about what